Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and this is part 2 of our series all about the Just Toys World's Smallest Transformers Dinorobots. Take a look at these guys. That's right, we've got the whole set, and today we are looking at Desert Warrior Snarl here. Desert Warrior for legal reasons, but the instruction booklet actually says Snarl on it, which is kind of amazing. So let's dive right in. So you can see here that this is the black version, and I guess these are evil versions of the Dinorobots. Of course, this is a miniaturized version of the original Transformers Dinobots. And I have to say, I love this whole set. I will admit that there were some tolerance issues with Slag, also known as Flamethrower, which you can see in the back here. His sword and his weapons didn't fit into his fists. So that was a little bit of an issue, but you can see that Snarl here, or Desert Warrior as they call him, is using his weapon. The missile fits in the launcher, which is another thing that was a problem with Flamethrower. So far, he is checking all the boxes. The vacuum metallized gold, of course, looks fantastic. It is still shiny and reflective. The shiny black looks awesome, and then there's these clear pieces for the head that just look fantastic. I'm just gonna be honest, I love this set. It's an amazing showpiece, but I will admit that these guys really aren't the kinds of guys that you play with a lot. It's something that you pull out and enjoy from time to time, or you put in a display case, because they are tiny, and I fear that, especially due to the size, that they would be delicate. And this is kind of a rare set. It's hard to get a hold of. Every site that I've seen online, except for eBay, is out of stock, and the eBay prices are pretty steep. So let's go ahead and turn little miniature Snarl here into a robot, and you can see just by the scale of my hand how small he is. Now, it is a little bit of a misnomer that they call it the world's smallest Transformers, or what they put on the package is WST, which stands for World's Smallest Transformers. And Takara did have a line of world's smallest Transformers that were about an inch high. They were about the size of a Micromaster. These are substantially larger than that, but if you look at him next to a Gen 2 Dinobot, then you can see that he is still much smaller. And let's go ahead and show these guys side by side. So you can see here that he really is, I guess, about 50% of the size of the original Gen 1 version, or in this case the Gen 2 version, because my Gen 1 Snarl is in pretty rough shape. But both of these are just gorgeous toys. I love the design. In fact, I will say that just from a toy standpoint, in terms of a toy that feels nice to transform and has really nice moves, Snarl might be my favorite Dinobot. It probably has to do with him having a lot of heavy die-cast metal in him, and so it is interesting to look at him next to a third-party version, and we'll see how this third-party version holds up to my already pretty high expectations of a Snarl toy. So the transform for this guy is almost identical to the original toy, and honestly, considering just how accurately they've reproduced the original in just a smaller size, I don't know how the legalities go with stuff like that. I would think that that's some kind of a violation of you know, a patent or something, but you know, they have, obviously they know what they're doing because these exist, and they still exist, and you don't see them getting pulled off of the internet, and they're even sold by you know, not just eBay, but they're sold on Big Bad Toy Store and things like that. Of course, also sold out. Now, I am trying to do step one here, which is to split the head, and I'm trying to be very, very delicate, because my experience with clear parts is that they are usually made of acrylic, and acrylic is a very brittle plastic. I don't know that about this one, but I'm just not taking anything for granted. Now, I have carefully separated the head, and I will swing the rear legs back out of the way like that, and now I can slide the body out a bit, and I'm just going to shimmy the two halves of the body apart, and what that does is that spreads the thighs at the waist so that you can then swing the body halves around and make the feet. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pull these out just a little bit. Now, in the larger version, the original version, these are spring-loaded. This is just a slide joint, and then it pivots. And then I've always loved the way that the legs just nest in like that. To me, that's one of the most satisfying moves in any Transformers toy, because it fits so well and it looks so good nested in there like that. It turns the leg into a functional element, into a really cool looking design element, and I love that. So here, we're going to do the same thing over here and pop it in, and oh, do you get the little goosebumps seeing that? It just, oh, it looks so good. So we can rotate at the waist, and it seems like there's just a little bit of a nub there to kind of help it stay in the central position. And now we can rotate the legs down, and you bend at the knee to expose the fist hole. And this is where the transform deviates slightly, because these Dinorobots don't have enclosed sliding telescoping fists like the original. Instead, they have plug-in fists. And I've got good news. These plug-in fists actually do fit their weapons. I don't think I'll get the camera to focus in on it, but I'm going to try for just a moment. Can you do it? Can you do it, camera? Come on, you want to, you want to. Oh, look at that, look at that. So you can see that the fist actually can hold the weapons on this guy, and that's awesome. I did not have any luck with Flamethrower, the Triceratops, also known as Slag, and so it is really nice to know that that fitting problem doesn't occur on all of the Dinorobots. Maybe it's just Slag or Flamethrower. You know, same guy. Also, look, we've got the Energo sword, and it does fit in the fist. Come on, camera, you know you want to do it. You know you want to. Maybe if I cover my face. Yes, yes. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. And can I get this in here and let the camera keep focusing? Maybe I can. And look at that. So now we're going to very carefully separate the tail, lift up the plates on the back, and actually you leave it all the way up, and I should be able to just... Oh, the head's tight. I remember this from before. The head is a little tight. Getting it up in between those little posts is a little bit of a trick. I might need some kind of a pokey thing. Let's see, I've got a pen cap here. And I always do terrible things to my pen caps because, you know, I can. So let me see if I can just get that in there and sort of... Ah, there we go. There we go. All right. So I push the head up. And, oh, his sword came out. Let me put the sword back in the fist. There we go. And there he is. So, here, I'll show this. And here he is. Come on, camera. You know you want to focus in on him because he's so cool looking. There. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ah, he is amazing. I love this toy. He looks so good. And also, look, he's got the little clear panel on his chest. Does it open? Come on, I want to know that it opens. Okay, it does not open, but it is there. So you know, still pretty cool. Let me put it on the other camera so that you can really see him in all of his glory. And here he is in his robot mode, and he does look absolutely fantastic. Again, the gold, black, silver, and clear design motif, just, it's fantastic on these guys. You know, it's hard for me to imagine anybody getting these sets and being disappointed in them. But I will give you a few little notes about this that you should be aware of if you have the opportunity to pay the hefty price for these, and you decide that you know you want to buy them. First of all, I notice that his tail pieces are very loosey-goosey. They're kind of floppy in these joints. And they function really well in the transform. There are no issues with it transforming, but they just feel, you know, they don't feel nice and secure. And you also notice that the waist is kind of wobbly. He doesn't really want to sit and hold a pose. He's a little bit back heavy, so it's hard to get him to stand up without him falling over backwards. And I will say that because it seems that the head, the Stegosaurus head, doesn't want to pivot any further than this. You notice that it's kind of stuck on either side. And that's a little bit concerning because it would be really easy to snap these joints. So while obviously I love the look of the toy in both modes, I will say that handling the toy makes me nervous. And it's, again, something that I will probably not play with. You know, I'm not going to pull these guys out and reenact scenarios where a small miniature evil version of the Dinobots come to wreak havoc with the Autobots or anything like that, because I really don't want to run the risk of damaging these in any way. They're a great thing to show off. They're a great thing to let a very, very trusted and responsible adult loved one handle, with perhaps some fair words of caution. But it's not something that you're going to want to give a child. It's not that kind of toy. It's just not that kind of toy. If you want to introduce a child to the Dinobots, then get them the Power of the Primes Dinobots. Those ones. I mean, you can knock them around and do whatever because they're recent, and also you can get knockoffs on AliExpress if they get broken. So, not that I'm advocating getting knockoffs, but it's hard to find the Power of the Prime stuff at most retailers for a reasonable price. So you can see him. He does come with one missile launcher. He comes with a missile. Actually, he comes with 2 more missiles, and he also has a sticker sheet, which I will not be using because I like this set so much that I'm not going to kit bash it. I'm not going to peel the stickers off. I tend not to like to put stickers on my Transformers anyway. I'll put the logo badges on them, the Autobot badge or the Decepticon badges, but the rest of the details I tend not to put on anyway because stickers just end up getting nasty. They start to peel, they start to wrinkle. I'm not really a big fan. I am so happy that we have moved beyond the point where you have to put stickers on your toys. I let them do their tampagraphing and their detail painting and everything else. That's all okay in my book. This is something that can stay in the past as far as I'm concerned. He does also have an instruction booklet, which does use the name Snarl, which is kind of surprising because, again, trademark, copyrights, whatever. It's a nice instruction book. It is very reminiscent of the Gen 1 instructions. Notice that this one doesn't show the sticker sheet in the listed things. It also doesn't show the missile launcher or the missiles, but it does give complete photographic steps with English instructions on how to transform it. And they're just black and white, but they are very nice. Nicely done, very well organized. And I do enjoy having these. And of course, even though they don't list the sticker sheet in the instructions, it does show you where all the stickers are supposed to be located, which is important if you are planning on using the stickers, which I am not. So, I think that's pretty much it about our Just Toys WST Dinorobots Desert Warrior Snarl. Am I allowed to say that? I think I'm allowed to say it no matter what. I love this whole set. I cannot say enough how much I love this whole set, but it's not a set. If you like to play with your toys, if you want to have little battles, or if you want to give them to a small child, this is not the set for you. If you are a collector that feels tremendous nostalgia and loves seeing a classic design that was already fantastic to begin with, reinterpreted in a gorgeous color scheme, and be able to pull it out from time to time just to enjoy that feeling of something that didn't exist, but maybe it should have, then this is what you want. It's absolutely wonderful, but delicate. I haven't broken it. But I don't want to find out, so I'm treating it with kid gloves. So, that is my review. If you like this video or you like these kinds of videos, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these Short Circuits videos and our live streams, which we typically do every Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern United States time. So, and there will be another one coming up this Friday, which I guess as of when I'm planning on posting this, I guess would be tomorrow. So, you know, that's pretty cool. All right, well, if that's it, this is Clay Carlino telling you to keep it Retrobot. That's right. Keep it Retrobot, because the channel is Retrobot, where we talk about a lot of Retrobots, and when you like things that are retro and you like robots, which, you know, a lot of times people abbreviate the word robot by just saying bot, so you put the prefix retro with the abbreviation bot, you get Retrobot. You probably, yeah, you kind of knew that already, so you know, please watch my videos.